Ian, so if you had to dole out credit for what happened here in New England, where would you start?
Ooh. I would start, I'm not just saying this because he's the owner, but I would start with Robert Kraft last year from saying, like, I personally last year, I didn't realize how bad it was. I feel like you guys probably did.
Yep.
I didn't from, like, my vantage point. And then, now I certainly know. And I could tell from as soon as Drake Maye was fired, I started hearing from people in the building were like, we needed to do this. This had to happen. And I've since learned, like, that, I think Drake Maye in the right situation could absolutely be a very good head coach. That was not it. Was not ready. Just was not ready. But to move on like Robert Kraft did and to make sure that they got, someone who I thought was the #1 head coach available last year deserves all the credit. And then for Vrabel, his stint in Tennessee was good. They got to the title game. They changed quarterbacks successfully. They built a really good foundation. It was not perfect, and the way it ended was definitely not perfect. And so what he did was something I think all coaches should do, is he took a year off, and he was like, I'm going to go learn. He went to go to Cleveland. He basically coached the offensive line, and he was like, how can I be better? And he has come back. It seems like he's having way more fun now than he did in Tennessee. He relates to his players so well. He's still an excellent, excellent coach. But it seems like he's much more fun to be around and is enjoying it more. Like, he deserves credit for that.
Ian Rapoport joining us here. How about the McDaniels hire? It was, to me, I didn't like it in the offseason. Not because I did not. I'll tell you why. I believe in Josh McDaniels. I think he's a good offensive coordinator. It really had nothing to do with that. I thought, and I think I'm right, it was an arranged marriage. I think McDaniels was an ownership hire, not a Vrabel hire. If it were up to Vrabel, I think Todd Downing, who's his receivers coach now, was his offensive coordinator in Tennessee, would have been the guy. They also went after someone in Cleveland, I can't remember, or wanted someone in Cleveland and then stopped short. Can't remember the guy's name.
Tommy Rees.
Is it Tommy Rees? Okay, so I think there would have been someone from Vrabel's coaching past. Okay, McDaniels wasn't. And I think Kraft, for what I think are the wrong reasons, wanted Josh McDaniels here because McDaniels is loyal to him, is familiar to him, is still being paid by the Vegas Raiders, so probably came at a good price.
Probably.
And all those things. And so I was critical of it at the time.
Okay.
For those reasons, it's worked out fabulously. So I give Kraft credit for that.
I agree with some of what you said, not all of it, but I do think, like, he moved from Vegas to New England, wherever he lives.
He never left New England, frankly. His family stayed here when he was in Vegas.
I knew it was not like a great situation. I remember it was not a great situation. And I always thought if he was going to coach at all, which there was times I kind of thought he might not, it was only going to be for the Patriots. So, like, when people were thinking Belichick was going to be in Atlanta, I kept hearing Josh is not going with him. So I was like, all right, that's interesting. And I do think that Kraft probably spearheaded it, but not for that reason. I mean, the money is,
always in there.
Getting a deal on the contract, I'm sure that was part of it. He is so good. And they know for a fact that he can develop quarterbacks, and they know for a fact his system works. And he is not, maybe as a head coach, he was sort of like Belichick Jr., although I hate that phrase. As a coordinator, he follows the leader. He's always what he's done. So I think that was a great hire, and like Drake Maye has really gotten better, and it's been very cool to see.
Ian Rapoport joins us here from the NFL Network.
Do they have a shot in this game?
Yeah, I mean, they do have a shot.
That wasn't convincing.
You don't think they do?
They do. But some things have to happen. They're going to have to turn the ball over probably a couple times. They are for sure the underdog. And I think Seattle is a more talented, and both teams are incredibly well coached. Like, it's crazy how high level these teams are. Seattle probably should be the better team. But, like, the Patriots have beaten better teams this year. Now, the Broncos situation was obviously fortuitous. I think they have a shot, but they need to turn Sam Darnold into the guy that some people thought he was before the playoffs. If that happens, I think they're probably going to shrink the game, and they're going to run the ball a lot and, take a couple chances, and they have a chance to steal it. But I think that's what it would be.
So you think Pats are stealing the game?
But if Darnold plays like he did NFC Championship game, you think this could be...
It's going to be tough.
It could be a Seahawks blowout.
Maybe. Seahawks are really good. They are really good.
Ian Rapoport, do you buy the Patriots, what they've been saying the last couple of days on Drake Maye's shoulder? It's fine, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, I mean, I dug into this a little bit last week. And so the question I was wondering was like, it was clear it was not a major injury because he
stayed in the game.
He stayed in the game. He stiff-armed, and then he signaled first down as if his arm was fine. So I was like, all right, he's probably okay. I thought it was maybe like a shoulder sprain, and when I asked somebody who would know, the response was, it's not even that. So I think it's more of just like a bruise. Whatever you call it, there's different ways to describe it, like maybe a small, just a bruise.
Contusion,
yeah, I think he's okay. It's 2 weeks. Almost everybody plays in the Super Bowl is fine. And if he's not 100% fine, there are obviously things you can do to make sure that he will be feeling fine.